Alright, hey there guys, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. My weight loss is going pretty good. I've changed things up yet again. I do that all the time. It should not be a surprise at all. So one of the things that I struggle with the most is eating in the morning. Normally I'll have a hard-boiled egg and a banana, but most mornings, if I'm getting up and going to work right away, I'm not hungry at all. And it's really difficult for me to wait 3-4 hours before my first break, because by then I'm usually starving. So what I have seen on the internet many times is the muffin tin eggs. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own. I've seen lots of recipes. I've pretty much figured out exactly how to do it. So I'm going to figure out right now how to do it. So my ingredients are going to be eggs, a bit of spinach, cheese, salt and pepper, and that's it. I'm going to go basic easy. So I'm going to set my oven to 400 degrees. That's what I've read the most. I always check inside to make sure there's nothing in there because I'm super paranoid that there's something in there even though it shouldn't be. So basically spray your muffin tin with your oil of choice. I use coconut oil. I like the taste that it gives. There we go. Now that's pretty good. I think I'll do overspray. So I've seen many recipes say to next pop down some spinach because the oil will help the spinach. Oops, there you go, Lily. My dog likes to eat spinach. The oil will help the spinach stay in place, apparently. That one doesn't really want to cooperate, apparently. Now, I've never made these before, so I have no idea how they're going to come out. I don't know if these stems are going to burn because they're sticking up. I have no idea. I'm also not entirely sure how exactly I'm going to track this, but I'll figure it out. So I have my cheese here. I've already weighed out how much I'm going to use. I'm using 72 grams because I'm going to use 6 grams per cup. So hopefully that's a good amount. So I have my grater here. I forgot to get a few things. Now we'll grate up the cheese, just because I might as well do it right now. I would do it in a way that you guys can see it, but I can't grate with my left hand. So I'm sorry about that. Now I wasn't going to use cheese at first for this, but I love cheese so much and I figured, it's a little bit extra calories, it's not a big deal. It's a good fat, cheese is good for you. I'm using medium cheddar right now for this. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want. I know some people use Parmesan cheese for this, but this is what I have here in the house today. I hit those little tiny end bits that you don't know what to do with. I have a KitchenAid mixer and I want to get a shredder for it because that would make my life so much easier. This does hurt my hand after a while, or my arm. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cheese in first and then I'll put the egg on top and then salt and pepper on top of that. So I think that might be my best course of action. Now, depending on how long you cook it for, depends on if the egg is going to be cooked or not. I'm probably going to cook mine for as long as possible so that I can just eat it on the go. That way, while I'm at work, I can just have it in a baggie in my coat pocket and just have it ready. So, there. Alright, now we'll sprinkle a little bit in each cup. Now, obviously my measurements aren't going to be super exact, but that's okay. So obviously I can put a little bit more cheese in each one. I hope you guys can see this okay. And hopefully the cheese doesn't stick too much. Hopefully the coconut oil does its job properly and we don't have any issues. These look super delicious. I'm probably going to have to try one as soon as they're done because they look so good. And then I'll be able to figure out the calories and the macros, excuse me, and all that. There we go. And now for the fun part, cracking the egg on top. Now, maybe I should put in my seasonings now. Put a little bit on the bottom there. A tiny bit of salt. I use sea salt. I like the taste of it. I like being able to grind it like this. There you go, just a tiny touch. Alright. Well, that didn't work out entirely quite how I planned. Oh no, I broke a yolk. Well, good thing I planned on overcooking it anyway. Or hard cooking it anyway. I don't know about you guys, but there's just something satisfying about the sound of an egg cracking and that sound that it makes when it's opening. Does anybody else feel that way? So now I'm just going to use my fork here to push the stems down a little bit, hopefully. So I don't want the ends to burn. Maybe this isn't going to work out too well. I'll use the weight of the yolk to, oh, I just broke that one. So maybe I'll break all of them actually. I think that would be a little more tastier. Okay, while my oven is preheating, I cleaned up a little bit, so I'm going to put just a touch of, oh, there's a bubble in there. I don't want a bubble. Alright, a touch of salt. And a touch of pepper. You guys can use whatever spices you want. I'm just going for simplicity today, because I can. Now my oven's set. We'll open her up, pop them in. We'll check them in 15 minutes and see how they're doing. Voila! Alright, so it's been 15 minutes, so we're going to check on these things. Always look away from the oven when you first open it, because that blasted heat can damage your eyes, and you definitely don't want to be doing that. Alright, so these bubbled up in a very odd manner. Wasn't expecting that at all. They look done. So I guess I'd say that they were done. Kind of pop these air bubbles here a little bit. No, maybe not. They're still a little soft in the center. So I'm just going to pop a whole bunch of these. All of these, I mean. And then I'm going to put them back in for another 5 minutes or so. There we go, just another 5 minutes. Okay, so our 5-minute timer is up, and I probably shouldn't have a hot can on a hot stove. Sometimes I don't think. So remember, look away from it. Don't brush your feet. Don't want to damage your eyes. Alrighty, here's the finished product. They look delicious. And they look set, so I'm guessing that they'll finish soon. Because they're a little squishy, but that could just be because they're hot too. Turn the oven off, it's getting warm in here now. So, give me 1 second, I'll give you a nice close-up shot. So, here they are. They're not the prettiest things in the world, and I've seen much better ones online, but it's my first time making these, and I'd say they're a pretty good success. Alright, now I'm curious to see how easy it is to take these out of the pan. So I have a spatula here, just a silicone spatula, because my regular one is definitely not going to fit in. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, ow, good color. They're still really hot. So be careful. So I don't know where my cooling racks went. So this is for my roaster thingy. Is that a good solid base for it, you think? There we go. So these seem to be pretty easy to take out, which is very good. That pleases me very muchly. These smell so good. I cannot wait to try one. I'm taking them out right now. Well, since I'm in my own kitchen, that is okay. Fortunately, the dog wasn't here to snatch it up. I would not recommend dropping your food on the floor. That is no fun. So anyway, as I was saying, these look so good. I can't wait to try one. So now I'm going to have to try the one that I've dropped. Oh my goodness. And I'm assuming that these freeze pretty well since I made so many. I would only want one at a time, just as a quick breakfast. This would probably be good as a pre-workout. These would also be good with just egg whites as a pre-workout or post-workout nice little protein snack, whatever you need. So egg whites are great in protein. Low in fat if you're watching your macros. I know I do watch my macros. I do have my fat set a little bit higher than a typical person trying to lose fat has it set at. But that's because I eat a lot of healthy fats, eggs, coconut oil, stuff like that. So I'm going to break this down on my Fitness Pal. I entered in as a recipe, so I will let you know what the calories are for that. So I'm gonna let these cool for a little bit. I'll go punch that in, and then that way when I get back, I will be able to tell you how many calories there are. Okay, so there are 111 calories, 1 gram of carbs, 9 grams of fat, and 8 grams of protein. So a little high on the fat, but that's okay, and that's mostly because of the coconut oil that I used, so it's totally okay. But it's coconut oil, it's totally okay. You can also do these with egg whites if you're really watching your fats. You can use butter if you prefer the taste. So now the one that I dropped on the floor, I'm going to taste it. So here's the taste test. Oh yeah, I will be making these all the time. That is super delicious, and it's super fast. You can pop them in the freezer. I can't see an issue with that. I've seen posts doing that, so I'll pop some of these in the freezer, and then I'll let you guys know if it's okay to eat them. I mean, not if it's okay, but if they do thaw well enough, because I can't imagine that they would very good cold. But I guess that we'll find out, because I'll find out tomorrow morning if they're good cold or not. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Please, if you have any questions or comments, just comment, do that below. I'll write out the recipe in the description below so you guys can follow it if you'd rather. And we'll see you next time. Bye!